Satchel from Steel Panther. You're listening to Metal Stream Radio with Metal Matt, and he is totally naked from the waist down.
Hello and welcome to the Metal Matt Show, and I'm here every Friday and Saturday here on Metal Stream Radio, the only place you want to be if you want to crank up the heavy metal and rock out with me. So yeah, we have interviews with rock stars, we have special guest messages, we have lots of heavy metal music and kind of stories of rock stars I've met and hung out with, as well as just experiences as a metal singer myself, and kind of how it is making heavy metal music. So we talk about so many things, but it is basically your place to come if you're a heavy metal fan, to just rock out with me for a couple of hours and chat and enjoy. So yeah, great to be here again. And this week we've got a very special guest to start off the show, from KK's Priest, KK Downing's band, where he's rocking with Ripper Owens, AJ Mills, Sean Elg on drums, and you've got Tony Newton on bass. Great band, fierce, ferocious heavy metal, and this next song is no exception. But first, we've got a message from AJ Mills, the guitar player, and he is here with a little message telling you what his favourite KK's Priest song is right now. So, here we go.
Hello, Metal Stream Radio. This is AJ Mills, guitarist for KK's Priest. My current favourite KK's Priest track to listen to right now is Strike of the Viper.
What a great way to start the show with some KK's Priest there, Strike of the Viper, and awesome message from AJ there. Great that he's tuning in. Like I say, we're all about the heavy metal here on Metal Stream Radio, and there's not enough of that. It's always pop in it everywhere on the radio. Everywhere you go, it's pop music. So, if you've had enough of that, like I have, and you want to hear some heavy metal, you're in the right place, because we're going to be playing some requests. I've got some requests from you guys, from my social media pages. People have been sending in some songs they want to hear this week. And yeah, it's great. Great to see what you guys want to hear. And of course, I'll be playing you some stuff that I love as well. So yeah, I thought we'd start off now with a little Dio song, because we all love Dio. This is a little song called Breathless. Enjoy, folks. There we have a bit of Breathless. I can sound pretty breathless right there. But yeah, awesome. We love Dio. Dio, one of those voices that just was so distinctive and unique. Nobody else really like it, is there? He had that kind of a magical, mystical kind of vibe, not only in the lyrics and his voice, but the stage shows as well. It was just always kind of magical. He kind of took you in. So yeah, he's another big loss to music, not having him around anymore, but at least he blessed us with so much great music. Along with Ozzy, I know those two didn't particularly get along, but they both made some great music and played in the same amazing band. So yeah, so many legends we've lost this past few years, you know, Lemmy as well. Yeah, it's sad, but I'm glad, you know, that people can still listen to that music. I don't think it's ever going to get boring, you know. We're always going to love it, and way into the future people will be listening to Ozzy and Priest and all these classic heavy metal bands. And, you know, as a musician myself, hopefully, you know, people like me can carry that same vibe, you know, that classic metal vibe. It's what I try and do myself, because there's not many bands who are trying to keep that classic sound alive. I think a lot of new stuff is obviously a different direction, you know. They don't wear the leather anymore and all that stuff. I mean, I don't really, but I still love that classic sound, you know. And I think there's so much can be said for that classic metal sound. So I'm glad KK's Priest is still making that kind of music. And like I say, I try to do my best to keep with that kind of vibe. Although it's been an interesting week, actually. I've wanted to experiment and do something completely different that I've never done. And I've always been open to different styles of music and things like that. And living out in Mexico now, you hear a lot of different stuff, you know, summery kind of holiday stuff, you know, reggaeton, all this stuff, which I'm not particularly into, but it is kind of it gets in your head a little bit. So I wanted to do a song which was very summer vibe, happy, not particularly metal, I guess, but I'm always about experimenting. I'll always be true to doing heavy metal, classic heavy metal. I got plenty of music like that, but I'll also always be open to trying new things, trying new sounds. And my collaborator Sophia come up with some nice music, because I told her I want to do something summery, because I'm going to Spain and I wouldn't mind doing a video, you know, while I'm in Spain for a song. But I don't have a song, so I come up with this little song, which I'll play you in a second, which will give you an idea of a different direction for metal, but I don't think it's going to be a direction I'll stick in. But, you know, it was fun to try out. It's a bit more reggae, rap, kind of Latin vibes. It's quite a weird song. It's quite a, you know, I always try and put my own spin on stuff and do something a little weird, a little different. But I think it's got some fun summer vibes. So if you're in that summer mood, here's a new song which I haven't dropped yet, so it's an exclusive here for Metal Stream Radio, which I just thought I'd show you. So this is called Barcelona to Miami.
Clap your hands now. Wide, taking me across the sea. Will I see my destiny? Collecting shells on the beach, waiting for my lover to see me. I think it's destiny. In the summer burrito, burrito, sadito. Serenade me with your flamenco. Mi español está poquito. Me gusta la perritos. Como están muy bien y nada. Oh, te amo, mi amorcito. Be who you want it to be. There are no limits for me. This is destiny. Empty shells on the beach, gonna write my lyrics 'cause I live like this now. Don't need no 9 to 5. That's what I call a waste of a life.
There we have it. Certainly not the metal Matt you're used to, but something a bit fun and different. And I kind of have a reoccurring theme in my music, because it usually comes down to freedom and just sort of enjoying life, being free, not kind of being limited by other people's expectations and kind of conformity. So, that's a reoccurring theme in my music, be it the metal songs or the pop kind of songs. I try and kind of, I don't even try, it just naturally happens, because that's kind of the stuff I like to sing about and what my life's ethos is, really, being true to yourself and kind of doing what you feel you should do, because it's often, we're made to work and do things we don't want to do. But if you try, sometimes you can kind of live the life you want to live. Might not come with loads of money and all that kind of thing, but it certainly comes with the freedom if you can find your way. And artistic people often, there's always a bit of a struggle and things, but sometimes it can really work out. And I think it's worth just taking a chance, doing what you want to do. And if it don't work out, you can do what you have to do, but you might as well take a chance on what you want to do. So it's just a little song, but I'm going to be doing some metal for sure. But because I'm going to Spain and stuff, I wanted a kind of Spanish vibe, because I'll probably do a video for this one in Spain. I think it's got some hooky elements to it. It's always difficult as a singer-songwriter myself, and actually listening to the music. I gotta say, it's difficult to know what's gonna be liked, but you don't really do it for that, you just end up, I think it's the same with a lot of musicians, you just do what you feel, and, it'll resonate with some people. Some things might really resonate, some things might not, some things, you just can't predict it, but sometimes you gotta just do what you feel, and that's kind of what I did there. And I think there's some hooky, kind of catchy elements to the song, which I think hopefully people are like. But like I say, it's very hard to listen to your own music and see it from an outside point of view or whatever. You need to kind of somehow disassociate that it's your song. I do that by listening to it a lot to try and work out whether I need to change anything. I try and listen to it like it's not my song, and it's a very hard task to do. It's a very hard thing to do that. But it kind of works. The more you listen to it, and different days, you kind of start to hear it how people probably hear it. But when you've just made a song and you listen to it, I'd say it's very difficult to know what needs changing sometimes and things like that. It's one of those songs, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it's going to be one of my biggest songs necessarily. You never know. People might like the rapping, catchy elements, so it could be. I think parts of it could be kind of one of those trendy or trending things. There's parts of it which are pretty catchy and stuff, but because it's new, I can't say that it's necessarily my best or anything. It's probably not, because it's not metal, and I'm Metal Matt, but I'm glad I did it. I think it's going to be cool. Once some things, you need the video and everything, once it all comes together, I think it's going to be cool. So there you go, there's a bit of behind the scenes insight on that one, because most artists probably aren't this honest, so I probably shouldn't be so honest, but I like to just tell you how I feel about things and, give you the idea of what it's like writing songs and making music, and the kind of things you have to go through mentally to kind of figure out a song, you know, and I always go with the music, you know. She did a great job, Sophia, on this one. She did Mexico as well, my song, which is popular, luckily, Mexico from a few years ago. You know, a lot of people like that song, and it's got that same kind of tropical vibe, but a very kind of different approach, I'd say. Like I say, a little bit more reggae kind of thing. So yeah, that's that, and I enjoyed doing it. But anyway, how are you guys doing? It is it's Friday today, and it's going to be a nice weekend ahead. So hopefully a lot of you have got some time off from work, things like that. I think I might be going fishing over the weekend. First time fishing in Mexico. I'm not sure, but my father-in-law said he might go fishing with me, and it'd be pretty fun if we do. Although the thing here is, because it's Mexico, I don't know what fish might be poisonous and different things. It's a bit more of a risk here. In England, you're pretty safe fishing. You're either going to catch a cod or a codling. If you're sea fishing, maybe a conger eel or a bass, but none of it's gonna harm you. But in these Caribbean waters, you don't know what you're gonna catch. Could even be a shark. So probably not always a good idea to go fishing here unless you really know your stuff. But still, it'd be fun if we do end up doing it. Hopefully, yeah, I'm kind of just getting ready for the trip, going to Spain in July. We're seeing the Hollywood Vampires when we get to England, because we're going to be in England as well. That's going to be in Wales, going to see the Hollywood Vampires. That's going to be a blast. First time seeing them. I always thought it was a little bit corny, all that kind of Hollywood stuff, but it's kind of fun. I mean, I always liked Johnny Depp's acting. Secret Window, The Ninth Gate. He did some great films. Obviously, everyone else will say, oh, I love Sweeney Todd and all that stuff, which is good as well, and Jack Sparrow. But yeah, I mean, the films I liked him in aren't really the ones people talk about so much. But yeah, great actor. Not sure about great musician. I don't know. I'll have to judge when I'm there. But it'd be cool to see Johnny Depp. Any opportunity to see Johnny Depp in the flesh, I think, is a pretty cool opportunity. And obviously, I'm going for Alice Cooper. I love Alice, and I've seen him a few times. My first concert, actually, in 2011. Yeah, he's amazing, Alice. And obviously, you got Joe Perry as well. But I'm going for Alice, really. But also, it's going to be nice because my wife's going to get a chance to see them in action, and you know, it'd be her first proper rock kind of show. She has been to a Ripper Owens show out here in Cancun, which is great. The other week or month, that was fun, and he was great. He was very accommodating, and I did an interview with him for the station and different things. But this is going to be fun to actually go to a show in England, and you know, a proper big theatrical thing. I guess it will be. So that'd be fun. And Wales is nice. I love Wales. Cardiff. In fact, last time I was in Cardiff, I went in the HMV and I saw one of the actors from Emmerdale, the long-haired guy with like a hat on. I think he usually has. I can't remember. But yeah, he's like a young, long-haired kind of guy. And I couldn't work out how I recognised him until after. I saw him, and then I thought, I know that guy. But I thought, because he's got long hair and stuff, I thought he's probably someone, I don't know, if I don't know what I thought, but some rocker guy. I thought I probably know him from a gig or something like that. But no, it was the guy from Emmerdale. But I missed my opportunity to say anything to him. But I did recognise him. I was trying to figure out who he was, but he was in the heavy metal section, browsing the heavy metal section in HMV. That's something I used to like doing, just going in HMV and looking at all the records. But that is going to be a thing of the past, I think, because a lot of people aren't kind of buying albums. It's all virtual now, you know. Unfortunately, but it was good. Good the guy from Emmerdale's still buying albums, and I was too at that point. I don't even have a CD player these days. I just looked up his name. Ryan Stocks in Emmerdale is the character, and he's played by actor James Moore. Both the actor and the character have ataxic cerebral palsy, a condition that affects movement and coordination. James Moore joined the hit ITV soap in 2018 and won the prestigious Best Newcomer Award in the National Television Awards in 2019. There we go, very good. And something about the Dingles. I don't know if he was linked to the Dingle family. Long lost son of the pub owner Charity Dingle. There we go. I never watched that much Emmerdale, but I recognised him straight away. And yeah, I wish I'd said hello to her. He's with his girlfriend or something, I think, just browsing the things. But yeah, I didn't even think he was famous, I don't think. I was thinking, who is that guy? I definitely know him, but I couldn't think how. And I thought it was some heavy metal connection, but no, it was Emmerdale connection. And another funny thing, when I was in Ireland, I was sat in the pub that's directly next to the Thin Lizzy Phil Lynott statue. I was just sat in the pub garden, which is literally there's like the Lynott statue, and then literally next to it there's like outside tables, and I was at the sort of nearest table to that statue, and who should walk by but Louis Walsh of X Factor and Britain's Got Talent, the judge, Louis Walsh, and yeah, he was great. I ran after him for a selfie because I was like, no way am I in Dublin and I've met like one of the most famous Irishmen that everyone knows, I was like, that's crazy. So he walked straight past where I was sitting. I was like, that's Louis Walsh. The chances of going to Ireland and actually seeing Louis Walsh is kind of funny, I think. But he was great. I took a picture with him and I said, oh, I make music, and he said, oh, I got too many. Yeah, he didn't want any more. He didn't want any more people to manage, unfortunately. You got to shoot your shot with these people, but I don't think Louis Walsh is quite my demographic. He's probably not a big heavy metal fan, but there we go. Life goes on. Trying to think who else I've bumped into over the years. I've met a lot of celebrities, but often it's just like when they turn up for gigs by the tour bus, Zach Wilde, Anthrax I've met, and Alice Cooper's band I've met a bunch of times. Steel Panther. I'm good friends with Satchel, so he's great. We had a great time when he last came to Bristol, but obviously I'm in Mexico these days. But yeah, we went out. I took him to Wetherspoons, which is quite funny because it's a very British kind of thing, Wetherspoons. If you're British, you'll know it's like a very British pub. So it's pretty crazy taking Satchel to Wetherspoons and having refill coffees and stuff. So that was surreal. But yeah, he's a good friend, and we've had some good chats and stuff. Yeah, we're very much on the same level. I think we've had some good chats and stuff. So yeah, he's great. And unfortunately, I'm going to miss them because they're coming to Bristol. Yeah, Bristol, right before I get back to England. Very slim timing. Days out, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to be in Spain while he's there, and then like a week later I'm there. But yeah, unfortunately that's how life goes sometimes. So I'm really disappointed to miss the Bristol show, and it's already sold out, as it always does. It always sells out. Steel Panther always sell out like quite a few shows in England, which is really cool. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment, and obviously I sang with Satchel and all the guys of Steel Panther. They were doing an acoustic jam back a few years ago, and I sang with them. I sang Into the Pit by Fight. So that was like one of the first times Satchel's kind of played that since his Fight days. So that was cool. I was screaming out in this little room with like people just stood right in front of you, which is quite an awkward thing to sing sort of screamy stuff, I was doing like the bear witness to treason, abeyance, they cower into the pit. Into the pit. It's quite a heavy song, but we did it acoustic, and I remember I had my hands on my knees because I wanted to really, I was nervous, I was shaking almost, and I just needed to compose myself, so I had my hands on my knees and kind of just focused on the singing, composed myself, and kind of, to scream without a microphone and all that kind of thing in a room full of people. It's quite awkward, different to on a stage, it's like quite ballsy, you'd say, because a lot of people wouldn't want to be singing like that in such an intimate setting, but I did, and it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. It was great and just amazing to, scream alongside Satchel, who was really enjoying it and rocking out. You can find the video on YouTube and different things. That was a total blast. So yeah, I've had some cool experiences. I've definitely met some cool cool people over the years, and not many have disappointed me. Occasionally you'll get these people, you hear these sayings like never meet your heroes, and it's definitely true. There are some horrible people out there, but there's also some great people. And this is me playing Into the Pit with Steel Panther. Have a listen. I've just dug it out, so you should enjoy this. It's pretty fun.
Metal Matt, okay. This is what Steel Panther would look like if Metal Matt was our singer.
And let me just say, I don't know if this has ever been done acoustic.
I think it's more pussy, right?
Fight was a pretty fucking heavy band, and they had a great guitar player.
Are you playing Tetris right now?
Great. Brian Tilson.
Dude, no. This is the thing about being a singer, dude. No crutches.
Yeah, no crutches, dude. That's why we had our singer get rid of all the backing tracks. Well, some of them. It's about 60% live.
So introduce this song here, Metal Matt. What song are we doing here?
And you have to introduce it like you're fucking live at Wembley.
Don't fuck this up.
In front of 14,000 motherfuckers. Ready?
Lifetime.
Right.
There's over 700 people watching it.
Into the Pit.
Okay, that's not how you would do it if you were at Wembley. You would go, this is fight into the pit.
Fight into the pit.
Oh, there you go. Get the fuck out of here. I'll tell you what, if you were bald, it would have been just like being next to Rob Halford.
Dude, I manage Metal Matt now, so if you guys want him for your band, call me.
There we have it. Me with Steel Panther having a great time there, screaming away. And it's not the last time I collaborated with a member of Rob Halford's fight band. I've actually done a few collaborations with JJ Brown, which were more virtual collaborations. We did it kind of virtually kind of thing. And it's really cool. We've done, he guested on my song Devil in Disguise, otherwise known as Keep the Devil Away. What else have we done? We did a little singing thing together of Victim of Changes, like a live sing-through thing. A bit of an Unleashed in the East type thing. I just sang it all live, and then JJ added some cool fight, kind of growly backing vocals. So that was cool. That's on YouTube. We did Devil's Child with Bob Terrell on guitar, which is a tattoo artist and fellow guitarist. He's a friend of JJ's, so JJ got him to do the guitars, and he did a great job, and JJ on bass and backing vocals. So we did Devil's Child, and our last collaboration we did was Immortal Sin, which I'm very happy with. A great fight song, and it was really cool actually to do. I think we did a pretty cool version, and Carmine, who's one of my collaborators, who did The King of Hearts, Alien Invasion, Burn the Priest. If you've heard of those songs of mine, he was doing all the guitar on that stuff. Great guitar player, and he nailed this. So I hope you enjoy this. This is Immortal Sin. but my version, Metal Matt, with JJ Brown and Carmine. And there's even an appearance from Satchel in the music video that we put together for it. He let me use some footage of him from when I played with him, so that was cool. It was cool he wanted to be a part of it, and even in any way, just to be a part of it was great. So got 2 members of Fight technically involved with this, but JJ actually playing bass and doing the music on this one, as well as Carmine on guitar. So there we go, and me on vocals. This is Immortal Sin, a Fight cover.
It's immortal sin. It's immortal sin. It's immortal sin. It's immortal sin.
little bit of a Mortal Sin. That was great fun to do. I really enjoyed doing that cover. Very heavy. Love what JJ did. Hearing him play that song again all these years later and being able to collaborate with him, it's always an honor when these people are, think I'm good enough to sing this stuff, because it's the stuff that I love, it's the music that kind of inspired me. So it's kind of full circle doing these songs with a JJ of fight bass player, and it's crazy. So I really enjoyed doing that. And we got lots more music coming up in the show now. We got some requests, so if you've stayed on this long to hear your song, well, you're lucky, because now it is request time. We had a request from my Judas Priest fan page. It's called Judas Priest Fan Club, I think it's called, on Instagram. We post clips and stuff of Priest and other stuff, heavy metal stuff. We had a request, so here we are with this is Skillet with Monster. Enjoy.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it in. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. My secret side I keep hid under lock and key. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. Cause if I let him out, he'll tear me up, break me down. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it in. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark, its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I gotta lose control, it's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster. 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 I feel like a monster.
I feel like a monster. There we go. I feel like a monster now, because it was pretty repetitive but very good. I'm not familiar with this band, but we play everything here, and I think sometimes these kind of repetitive riffs and repetitive kind of melodies and choruses, sometimes it's the best stuff. I mean, look at AC/DC. They're kind of repetitive, but it's good, it's kind of catchy. I think that's what most people are looking for. If you because as a musician myself, I'm always trying to break down songs. I don't just listen to the song. It's kind of impossible to listen to a song like a fan when you're a musician, because you're always trying to figure out what the recipe is for a good song, and that is definitely a good song. And it is repetitive, but it's got something. The voice is good. I like that kind of monster little section where it goes really low and he says something monster. That was cool. cool vocals. It reminds me of like Avenged Sevenfold crossed with Slipknot kind of vibes. At first I was thinking that sounds like Corey Taylor, and as it went on I'm thinking like Avenged Sevenfold. So yeah, it's more of a modern vibe, obviously modern metal, but like I say, we play everything here, and I'm starting to take requests here and there on the show, so you know, it's great to get your requests, and thanks for sending that one in. I'll grab your name next time. When I do the requests, I'll grab all the names next time, but this time I've just got the songs. But I have got another request from a friend of mine, Dave, who I asked the other day what he wants to hear this week, and he'd love to hear some Maiden, so we're going to play some Maiden, and I think you'll like this one. But yeah, it's great. In fact, Dave, I met him when I was playing with Steel Panther, what I played you a second ago. He was there. He happened to be one of the people in the room, and we stayed in touch ever since then. And he's like a big rock and metal fan in England. He tunes into the show, which is great. And yeah, so big hi to Dave, and big hi to everyone else who tunes in. I know there's quite a lot of you, and it's because this is online radio. It's all around the world, you know, different people, the US and different things tuning in. So yeah, great to see you or hear you, or well, I can't see or hear you, but at least you can hear me. It's great that you can see and hear me, so thank you. And like I say, this is the Metal Matt Show. We're here every Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. And I'm here to keep the heavy metal alive, be it new metal, old metal, black metal, death metal, thrash metal. How many other metals are there? There's a lot of metal out there, which is great because it shows it's quite a varied genre. It's not just one little thing. Pop music is quite predictable. You do get some obscure stuff, which I like. But, you know, other genres, jazz and stuff, you know what you're going to get. But metal, I think you never know what you're going to get. That's why it's so fun, because you can listen to, like, on one side of the spectrum, I guess there's bands like Rammstein, which I don't like. To me, it's just commercial, kind of trying to be heavy type stuff. But a lot of people love it. Wow, motorbikes. There we go. You can tell I'm in Mexico. But yeah, lots of people love Rammstein for the stage show, all the fire and flames and all that stuff, but that doesn't really do anything for me. If you need that much pyrotechnics, I'd say the music maybe ain't that good. But I know some people might not like that. But I'm here, I'm honest, and yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people love it. I was even asked to do some Rammstein songs here, but it's not my style, so I was like, nope, not doing it, you know. I gotta stick with what I'm good at. I'm not gonna start doing stuff I hate. I like to be true, so I'm being true with you now. But yeah, but what I'm getting to, you got Rammstein, you know, weird kind of stuff like that on one side of the spectrum, and then the other side you got like Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, and then you got like Gorgoroth, Venom, you got Mayhem, you know, and they're all very distinctive and completely different styles, you know, Marilyn Manson, Alice Cooper, and then you got like Doro doing her kind of thing, and you got In This Moment, and Lita Ford, you know, a lot of great female vocalists out there as well. So yeah, metal seems pretty broad. You can do a lot of things within the genre, which is always fun, you know. There's one thing I love about metal, and I guess it's always got that feel-good vibe, generally. I mean, it depends, I guess. Some of the bands are a bit more of a low-frequency kind of, you know, I don't know, depressive vibes, but there's a lot of metal that's just quite uplifting. I think the majority, I'd say, just makes you want to headbang, and, you know, I think Slipknot, again, not really my cup of tea, but I saw them at Download 2015, I think it was, Download Festival. They come on after Judas Priest, and before that it was Five Finger Death Punch. So yeah, I saw those bands that year, and that was pretty cool. But what was I getting to? But yeah, so that was that. But yeah, I can't remember, but we're going to play Dave's suggestion now. So this is a little Iron Maiden song, but it's not one of the ones that you'll kind of instantly know. It's more of a deeper cut, I believe. So let's go now with some Iron Maiden.
Infinite dreams, I can't deny them. the future. Save me from torturing myself even within my dreams. Ow! There's got to be just more to it than this. Or tell me why do we exist? I'd like to think that when I die, I get a chance, another time, and to return and live again, reincarnate, play the game, again, and again, and again, and again.
There we go. What a voice. Bruce Dickinson there at his best, you know. I mean, he always sounds at his best, but, you know, that's pretty damn impressive vocal, don't you think? So, yeah, there's a bit of Iron Maiden for Dave there. That's Infinite Dreams. Great track. And we're coming to the end of the first hour, but lucky for you guys, I've still got another hour. So, yeah, this is drawing close to the first hour, but we got lots more requests in the second hour coming up, and some other stuff. I got some songs which I think you're gonna love. I've got a good collection of tracks, proper heavy metal tracks, which I think you're gonna love. Maybe some you know, some you don't know, so hopefully it will introduce you guys to some maybe some bands you didn't know, or some songs you didn't know, as well as some stuff you're gonna know and you want to rock out to. So wherever you are, be it driving in your car or just chilling out, you know, having a I don't know, a walk, a jog, however you listen to this, you're gonna enjoy it. It's one of those things you know, as a show, I like to kind of imagine it as something that hopefully will take you out of your kind of problems or whatever for you know, a couple of hours, and just let you focus on music and kind of hopefully, you know, have some cool discussion, and maybe bring some questions which are hopefully thought-provoking, and, you know, give some insight as well into, you know, as a musician myself, the kind of stuff that I go through writing songs and experiences I've had, and, you know, give you guys an idea of stuff you may have not thought about, you know, because it's quite surreal being a metal musician. You know, you're always trying to write good songs and make good stuff, and yeah, I'm generally talking about stuff like that on my show and much other things. But into this second hour, it's going to be lots of great songs. This week I just want to, you know, rock out with you, really. I'm going to play a lot of great songs. So yeah, what I usually do, I've been out for my walk today. I walk my dog. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so, you know, I know how it is. You know, nice to have something reliable. You know, I always go back to the same podcast, and I feel here at Metal Stream Radio with the Metal Match show, I try and be consistent and give you guys, you know, some cool experiences, cool listening experience. That's the main thing, and play lots of songs which we all love. And it's always great to hear from you guys. So if you want to get in touch on social media, you know where to find me, Metal Matt. Any song suggestions, or anything you want me to talk about, or, you know, you want my opinion on anything, just drop me a message, let me know. And like I say, we're here every week. Seems to be some strange high-pitched whistle going on outside. In Mexico, there's always the strangest of noises. you never know what you're going to hear. Even when they're selling stuff, you'll get people like smashing on a cymbal that's like bread, I think, and then whistling, and that'd be selling something else. Sometimes there's I don't know, lots of different things. There's fixing your shoes. Sweet Potato, that's like a whistling sound as well. A lot of whistling, a lot of other noises. So yeah, it's the fun of living in Mexico. Totally different experience to England, and a lot more kind of a you know, a family orientated kind of vibe, and friendly people. Everyone's sort of friendly, and Buenos Aires and all this stuff. It's nice, I think it's a nice way to live, and nice when people can be like that and kind of get along. England, we're all kind of in our own world, I think. But anyway, into the second hour now of the Metal Matt Show. See you in a second.
Hey, this is Satchel from Steel Panther. You're listening to Metal Stream Radio with Metal Matt, and he is totally naked from the waist down.
You would catch sleep wherever you could, if you're on a bench in a park or a airport or a taxi going to the airport, you just get, cat naps wherever you could. And if you could, by the time you got to the hotel at the next town or city, you got off the plane or whatever, or the bus, if you got into that bed for like 20 minutes before you had a show to go to the sound check, it was like heaven, But lots of times you get to the gig, you do the sound check, pass out in the dressing room, it was all about that. It was hard. It was hard, but that's the price you have to pay for staying up and partying.
That's it, rock and roll. Was there a favourite tour? Well, pretty much all of them, pretty fun.
Not really, I've got it was all good.
Yeah.
Whether we were supporting Kiss or whether we were headlining with Scorpions and Def Leppard, supporting, it was good, I talk a little bit how well we were treated by a lot of people, and that's good. Kiss treated us well. AC/DC were fantastic to us, and that kind of makes us, then we go on to headline, and it makes us realize, we you have to treat bands well, treat them well when they're on the way up, because
That's right,
it can easily be reversed at some point.